can't scratch my eyes because I have my lenses, not lenses, I have my lashes on. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see if I can actually get up, my goodness. Oh, that was a deep squat. Let's see, where did I... There we are. I knew I put those around there somewhere. Give me just a moment. We're going to go grab the ring light. Hello, darlings. How are we? Let's see. Goodness. Sorry, there we go. I know, I should have grabbed that first. Did not think of it. How are you doing, my darlings? Are we well behaved? I'm going to turn that off. There you are. Hello, darlings. Hello. Come back in. Oh, hello. How are you doing, Marka? Hopefully everybody is doing well. There we go. Now isn't that lovely? Hello, darlings. How are you doing? Oh, aren't you ever so cute? Absolutely adorable. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, you're feeding the munchkin. That means hopefully they'll scream less and sleep later. Oh, I love it. Don't mind me as I grab myself a little fun something. Hello, darling. How are you? Yes. Did not see any drones today, but did hear quite a bit more activity than usual, so... Yes, I am in a battery. Oh, darling, you're ever so clever. I love when the clever pets show up. It just makes my head swim. How are we doing this evening? Don't mind me, I'm getting myself a little bit of a coffee jelly. Hello, darlings. How are you? Come in. So, for those of you who do not yet know in about 3, I am a 40,000-year-old plus vampire. One of the eldest in existence, to say the least, and oh, so wonderfully complicated. I'm doing quite well tonight, and yes, I am feeling very she-her. What can I say? Lovely whip. Crema. So I've got a hand-whipped vanilla bean cream. Hello, darlings. What are we up to this evening? Why, thank you, dear. I'm feeling absolutely sumptuous. Hello, darling. Hello. Come in. There we go. Ta-da! Why, thank you, darling. So I made myself a little bit of coffee jelly earlier today. Oh, that's lovely. Hello, darling. And a vanilla bean cream. Oh, it's absolutely lovely. So, my darlings, how are you this evening? What shall we speak on? Lord, whistling between the fangs. Hi. Hello. Abby, how are you, darlings? Hello, dears. Now, I'm sure some of you do have some questions. By all means, ask them, especially if you can do so respectfully. Don't worry, I did have myself a bit of dinner. I've been nibbling ever so lightly on some coffee jelly, but I had a nice tagliatelle and like basically a curry sauce with some vegetable in it, bit of mushroom, green onion, bit of kimchi, quite nicely so. Yes, I did get some feral shenanigans in, and I will be posting at least one of those tonight. Yay! Happy for you, Abby. So, not... Everything's a little bit up in the air as far as moving goes. I know that I'm going to be here till the end of the month, but I have to be out by that point in time. So we are working on a pivot, and we're trying to decide what to do from there. The room that I was going to be trying to rent has still not contacted back, so always pivot. But I hadn't made any new content in quite some time, which is difficult when you are working, especially as a content creator or a site creator and whatnot. So I decided to dig out some of the gear and, you know, have a day, be myself, and it is, been such a lovely experience at that. Right? I absolutely adore these. I got these at the $1.25 shrub. It was so lovely. That and the lash glue, and the lash glue is actually working quite well with it, so I'm quite pleased by it all. Hello, darlings. Welcome on in. My goodness, quite a bit more of you than usual. How are you all doing? I know some of you just have so many questions. Go ahead, ask them. Oh, hello, fish. How do you do? Right. I absolutely adore the makeup aisle. They have some really fun stuff. Honestly, you can get a lot of your essentials there for very, very inexpensive. Right. How do I breathe in this thing? Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, yep. Let's get you a full... So, this portion right here, that's the bottom of my rib cage. These here are just all homegrown. And then everything here is stomach, diaphragm, hips. So it squeezes in, but not in such a way that would keep me from being able to breathe quite nicely. I actually designed this corset for myself and made it for myself, so it's actually very comfortable for me to breathe in, and it also acts quite nicely as a back support. Hello. Breathtaking. I love the wordplay. How lovely. Hello, darlings. How do we do? Oh, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I can't wait to get into a more stable domicile so I can actually start making more of these and maybe have a few on hand that can actually be sold as well. I think, yes, just about all of my teacups are wrapped up right now because I thought I was going to be moving last week and blah, blah, blah. Things happened. So, yes, as soon as I get into a new place and I'm able to wear my creations, my designs a little more often, yes, trust me, the balancing acts will definitely be coming back. Hello, everyone. Come in, come in. How do you do? I'm in a bathroom. Jingle, 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 jingle. I almost feel like I should put you at a higher position so I could share the love. I don't know where my brain was going with the last thing I was about to say, but anyways. Hello, darling. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. No, so the whole reason you see these crisscrosses up the front is because it actually does lace up at the front. It also laces at the back. But yes, it laces up the front so I can get myself into it, and then also I can get myself back out. That way I never need help getting in and out, because heaven forbid anything were to happen and I need to get out in a pinch. I don't feel that I want to ruin this thing by having to cut into it to get it off, so I can just take it off myself. Makes it quite nice and wonderful. But yes, works quite lovingly as a back brace and lifts so much of the tides. Holds back such large tracts of land. Smothers the hoarded wealth of a dragon. I'm sorry, what were we talking about? Hello, darlings. Hello, hello, hello. Right point of view is everything. Absolutely everything. It's all about perspective. Well, not only is it Friday, it's a Friday the 13th. So if you're going to be feral on Friday the 13th, well, why not? What another shame, wouldn't it be? Thank you, darling. I just couldn't hold back anymore. I had to get it out of storage. Like, why wouldn't I want to? I've been aching to get out of that funk, and this is definitely helping. Hello, darlings. Come on in. Thank you so much for all the little tippy-tappies and the gifties and the likes, the loves, the shares. I do appreciate that. We're still finding our niche and getting our audience in here. Every now and again, we're having a nice little spirited debate, aren't we? Thank you, darling. It was quite the spirited, well, I don't know if you would call it a debate. It was much more of a roasting yesterday. My goodness. Some people, I swear. Hello, hello, come on in, my darlings. Also, I do have my tarot cards on me, so do feel free to ask out. So, what shall we speak on? I love a good, banter. Which, my goodness, please do feel free to pick something from what is going on just about now. Yes, so if you go up to the Blinks and Lio, there should be a list of ways to pay there. It's only $5 per card. As soon as I see that come up, we can come on back, make sure that you're here, and then I'll do a reading live. And I only ever do them live. Yeah, my phone's over there. So let me get this into an elevated position. Goodness! Thank you so much. Pardon as I try and get this to collapse so that I can get you into better position. There we go. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that on every level. Oh, goodness. I'm always making quite the... Don't mind us, just changing perspectives. There we go. There we go, darlings. How are we? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, OZ. Hello, darlings. How do we do? Yes? Yes, I think so, I think so. Let me reset as you. Thank you, darling. Oh, I appreciate you on so many levels. I do love the little finger. There we go. Well, I mean, it is Friday the 13th. It's Fair Friday. Thank you, darling. I do appreciate. So, I figured, since I really wanted to get back into my old skin, as it were, that I would just go ahead and dig out my corset, did exactly that, and then also found my favorite coat. So, what can I say? I'm having a very good day. Oh, it's been a rough day, and then I hope that tonight. Yay! I'm glad that I can help, elevate the feeling of everything, because Lord knows it's just been rough all the way around. Oh, it's like, what is, oh, it's coffee jelly. Thank you, darling. I also made it. One of my favorite captain's coats. Figured I had only a bit of this, but I had all of this, and I'm like, I can use the red as the highlight. And then a really nice satin lining so it doesn't stick. It glides absolutely fantastic. What? No! Wait, what? Oh no, who did we lose? Oh. Who did we lose, my darling? And I worked there for a number of years. Was it anybody from Southern that I might have known? Oh, I've got to sharpen those. Pardon as I... Oh, there's a file. Yay. Oh, that is an utter shame. My goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, darling. Please, if you do see any of them, probably you will see them before I do, but if you do see any of them, please do give them my absolute condolences. Oh, they were so sweet. No! Oh, well that's... Oh, goodness, that is definitely a double hit right there. My goodness. Oh. I am so sorry to hear that, my darling. My absolute condolences, honestly. I know that they were both quite well known and loved in the community. I'm sorry you've been going through that, darling. Well, let's hopefully get that corrected a little bit more and get that back on direction, as it were. Goodness. I swear, this world does not seem to be fair nor safe. I'm sorry for your loss, my darlings, and I'm very sorry for their losses as well. But again, one day we shall meet, shall we not? Shall we speak of happier fare? Fare is honestly where I started refining a bit more of my quick wit. I already had the smarts beforehand, but the quick wit came from Renaissance Fair, most definitely. I also learned a lot of things about myself at that fair. Quite happily so. Hello, darling. How are you? Pardon, I'm slowly starting to refine the nails. And no, I don't have any fingernail polish on hand. Yeah, it really was. It truly was. It was absolutely guerrilla theater. I mean, we had workshops where you would actually get hook lines and come up with like little quips and whatnot, and learned how to do a bit of wordplay. And they're like, and don't worry, every 5 minutes you've got a new crowd, so you can always change it up. So this, if it doesn't land the first time, just keep going, see what makes people giggle, see what brings them in and whatnot. And yeah, you learned real quick on the fly. Oh yes, Renaissance Fair is absolutely wonderful. Just such an absolute experience. And honestly, most of the times, people are trying to play. It's not, they're not trying to interact like it's the mouse-eared land, if you know what I mean. It's not just there for your entertainment. They're trying to pull you into feeling like you're actually a part of that. So it is okay to interact with people. Really? Is it not? Is the AZ Fair a bit more, store-based? Trying to figure out how to say that politely. Oh, market fair. Fair enough, fair enough. Honestly, I miss the northern and the southern. It's been such a long while since I've gone. Oh, there's a reason I actually don't go to those, and it's because of a very particular person. It's funny, because I got rid of one person who could not keep out of my business to another person who was very much about being in my business. So, yeah, that's the reason I stopped going, unfortunately for me. Oh, it's a very small cast. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. And, so the Renaissance period was, roughly the 14 to 1600s-ish. And at a Renaissance fair, sometimes you get fun and comedic recreations of some of the plays and some of the shanties, the songs, and the other activities that they would do. Quite often you have armored pageantry, military displays, black powder cannonades, the joust and whatnot. Quite often you will have different types of food. Some of it was present back then, and a lot of it was not. And, well, quite often you find people who are just dressed very much in clothing of the period and going about and having merriments in that way, because, when you're a peasant you can misbehave a bit, and when you're a merchant you can act a little bit hoity-toity but still pack a few back, and then some just like being nobility. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone. That would be fun. If more of them had, like, reliable cell service, I'm sure. Oh, sweet Nottingham. Sweet Nottingham. Very much that. I still remember starting at Glen Helen. Not quite Agura Hills, but I was there at Glen Helen. And then, of course, let's see, there was the Nottingham Fair, there was Northern and Southern, there was Escondido Fair, that slightly different thing. Cronenberg. Do you remember Cronenberg? Yes, so different fairs will have a slightly different vibe to each one of these. Oh no, you're fine, don't worry. I'm speaking somewhat in jargon, so you're not. Right? Kayberg was so incredibly tiny. That's actually where they filmed that episode of House called Nightfall, the one that I'm in. So yes, I remember that. Any other day you go on there and you're getting bitten by mosquitoes and horseflies. Most definitely. The day that I was there doing House, they were burning frankincense and myrrh. Nary a single bug within 2-mile radius. It was glorious. I think it is the least amount of bitten I have ever been at a fair. And that's saying something. She, her. Yes. So as in a battery, especially she, her. Thank you so much for asking, my dear. Oh, you used to work with the Falcons Court. See, I only ever went to Kayberg as a patron, not a participant, but I did enjoy my time there. It was a very small fair, but some really, really, really nice vendors there. Maiden in the Dress, and some of the gorgeous jewelry was so fantastic. Not to mention they had the most lovely hand pies. I mean, Madam, Marichon, Master, Mistress, all of those do work. Goddess is also perfectly fine. Depends on how much coin you wish to put in the coffers. Mostly, let's see, for inner, it would be Master Inner. Funny enough, Master Inner. Still very solidly she her, but Master Inner. Mostly because most people cannot pronounce Marichon. Partners, I am shaping nails. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, darlings. Slowly but truly. Hello, hello. Thank you, darling. Hello, how are we doing tonight? Da, da, da. Slowly shaping these nails. I will have them back to fine points and nothing flat. But yes, I did enjoy a lot of things around fair. Oh, les oubliettes, the drinking vessels. Tips for menstrual pain. So, heat and vibration. Heat and vibration. And I don't mean that in any sort of kind of way. Although, yes, that also works because you can get a lot closer to the source of the pain. But no, a vibrating pad that can heat itself over your abdomen does tend to help relax that muscle quite a bit. Other than that, a little bit of pressure every now and again, because that way your body has something to actually press against rather than just trying to do it all itself. So yes, I would definitely say that. But yes, deep, warm, vibrating bit of pressure, and yeah, just whatever position you need to be in. Sometimes ibuprofen will help, as it helps to reduce some inflammation so things can go faster. I would not, on the other hand, necessarily recommend a high dosage of aspirins or acetaminophen, as those tend to thin out blood, and you may a lot more than you mean to. Vibration is, I think, a very much a underutilized medical tool when it comes to pain or discomfort. Vibration makes your body feel many different things, to the point where your nervous system becomes slightly overloaded and it turns down the volume, basically, of what is going on. So you feel it a little bit less. You feel numb, but not in a bad way. But yes, also with that vibration, it helps to kind of shake loose a bit more of the cobwebbings, as it were. So it does facilitate a faster and gentler exodus. Hello, darlings. How do you do? Come on in. Welcome in, bienvenue. And then also we do have the tarot cards today. Thank you, darling. Let's see, what should we do? I did, I think, a Wet n Wild lip liner, just regular black eye and lip pencil. Solo Giovanni shade number 5, I think it is. which is a lip stain, just a tiny touch of Hematoa from JL Cosmetics, aka Demon Magic Cosmetics, LA Colors holographic lip gloss to give it a little bit more moisture in its appearance, and then just a touch of NYX's Modern Dreamer palette, one of their gold tones, because if I'm going to be royalty, it's going to be marked as such, and my words are golden. Hello, darlings, how are we? Thank you. I appreciate such kind words. How is everyone, and what shall we speak on? I'm not just pretty, I'm very good at banter. Yes, actually I am. I took the reddish, deep, oh, here it is. Took the deep reddish, this one right here, corner of the eyes, and then a touch of that gold right down the middle of it. But honestly, I don't know if her and I would necessarily get along, but who knows? I would honestly like to, I don't know, I'm somewhere between wanting to get to know more of the D&D cosplayers and whatnot, and then also wanting to get to know more of 304 TikTok. Ah, they are such lovely and feisty types. Do it, my darling, do it. Get out the palette and definitely go to town with it. Have fun with it, to say the least. I'm actually liking the white lining that I put on underneath. I didn't think it was going to go that well, and funny enough, it opens up my eye quite nicely. Thank you, darling. Dressed by Sheen, corset, of course, by me, as is the captain's jacket. You like my fangs, do you? I actually made my own. They are thermoplastic, aka friendly plastic. So I actually shape them. So basically I did about, for these, I want to say roughly 9 pellets, hot water, roll it into a little ball, and then basically hot fit them onto my denture and shape them very quickly with fingertips, using usually about the pad to smooth the back of the nail slightly to shape. Sometimes I'll even use a toothpick so that it shapes like an actual tooth, but a little bit heavier because it's a canine that is supposed to be predatory. Yes, so thermoplastic, or aka friendly plastic. So it's a plastic that it can be formed and reformed and is safe to be around the body. You know, I still wouldn't suggest swallowing it per se, but it's safer to be around the body. Thank you, darling. I appreciate the kindness, I truly do. Oh, I do love this coat, my God, I'd forgotten. Hello, darlings. Ah, yes, just a bit of Fixodent. Honestly, it's tiny, because it hot fixes on, it creates a little cup, and then you just put a tiny dot of Fixodent in and up and on, and it stays on quite nicely. I try not to chew anything too thoroughly with the front side of my mouth because they're not fully clipped and hooked in, they are just caps. So if you put enough pressure on them, they will pop. Which is a good thing, because you don't want to accidentally impact your bottom gum line and have them be super secure, so, yeah. Yes, I love the questions. Do ask them. I don't have any shame about answering them. And yes, for those who have not yet noticed, yes, this is an 18 and over cast. Not for anything necessarily untoward, but I just much more appreciate dealing with adults. Right? Well, they're just, they're not even, like, fangs are nice because they can hold without doing damage, but still, maybe. It's always a low chance, but never quite zero. Yes, I did. I made the corset. It is a German steel-boned corset with brass grommeting. It is silk on the outside. We quilted everything together to make it super strong. Silk on the outside, coutil in the middle, and then Japanese cotton on the inside for comfort. And it is my favorite one. I actually pattern drafted for it, and it is my absolute favorite corset to wear. Where did I get the coat? I made the coat as well. I made the coat as well. And it's a very, very long captain style coat. So has that nice big division in the middle. When I go downstairs, it actually catches and pulls and flies away. So it has a lovely, lovely goodness to it. So I'm wearing a dress made by Shein. I absolutely love them. I adore Shein, I truly do. So yes, I like to wear my corsets over my clothing. A, because corsets are so expensive to get cleaned. B, I want to show off all that hard handiwork that I have, because, well, most clothing doesn't conform to my corsets, therefore all you would see is, well, the upper portion of this, but you would miss all of this grandness. So I figure put it over the top, that way they can see all the hard work that went into it. So yes I do. So if you go buy coffee, if you go through the links in bio, there's a place called Coffee. I have on there listed currently a lot of my artwork, and once I finally get myself into a new residence where I can be stable for at least a month or so I can actually go through and work on things, I will be making corsets, and hopefully I will be making more than enough that I can have a few that I can sell off. So yes, I have every plan that in the future, once I'm able to get a better professional grommeting press, I will be making corsets and putting them up for sale. So yeah. Oh no, not broken boning. Oh no. Broken boning is that is painful. Broken boning is actually dangerous at certain points. Be ever so careful, my darling. Oh. Yeah, because you'll just think, oh, ow, I hurt because I've never worn this before. But no, broken boning can sit there and actually do damage. Ooh, you poor thing. Hello. I'm going to very much try so. I am very much going to try so. This weekend, I have dedicated myself to actually listing and or donating everything that needs to be gone from my site, and then I am, in this next week, just going to work on putting in job applications, a couple each morning, and then working on actually putting together an outfit. I am doing the artwork part of it in my head right now. Oh, you rented it from... Oh. Well, I mean, think of how many people wear it. But still, you would think that they would invest in something that had a very good value on return. Oh, yes, absolutely, no man. Let me get this out of the way. Hello, darlings. So So if I was wearing heels, it would be just up off the ground. And yes, captain's coat, this kind of particular day coat, it's not meant to close. It is supposed to be back this far. Because it is supposed to be a fashionable affair, not necessarily something that hides you from all of the elements. Yes, I did. I designed it myself, pattern drafted it myself, and made it myself, yes. Thank you. And I do have more of that purple, so I can't wait to make more clothing from it. It's so gorgeous. I feel like I should be making at least a capelet of some variety. No, you don't just tighten it. You take that corset or bodice off, my goodness. They should not have done that to you, my darling. You poor thing. I do ever so feel for you. Thank you, darlings. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am probably going to make myself a bit of actual coffee. Coffee jelly is nice, but there's something about the texture that my brain is just not loving, and it could just be the fact that my fangs are in the way. So, still would like a bit of coffee flavor in my mouth, so don't mind me as I do when I'm out. That should have already been in the sink. Oh no. Oh, poor thing. Give me half a second, because I'm... Something's going on out there. So yeah, apparently they've been spotted over Long Beach as well. And I just heard something that sounded kind of like a helicopter, but not a helicopter. I mean, you can definitely wear shapewear and a corset, but I would say pick one or the other. You don't want to necessarily put too much pressure on your system all at once. But definitely, like, shapewear can give you quite a bit of support. If you're just recently postpartum, get yourself a pregnancy sling. You need something to help to lift that lower portion of the abdominal muscle, because it's been, you know, of course, distended for quite some time. Get something and help get it back into place. Shapewear can be usually the best to kind of help with that. And then once everything is tightened up a little bit, then I would say do the corset. Because the other thing is, corset is going to push, and if you have just given birth recently, you don't necessarily want to put extra downwards pressure on the uterine area. If you have any tears, any internal stitching, that kind of stuff, you can cause a complication by putting too much pressure on that in the wrong way. So shapewear is much more gentle. I would say go that route. And then once you've been a bit more healed up and a bit more, okay, nothing else is untowardly spotting or otherwise, then go in and do the corset. That will help with the lifting and taking a lot of pressure off your back, because as far as I've seen, there's the little ones, they get very much bigger and bigger and bigger, and even set upon your hip, it does tend to throw you out of alignment, because they are quite weighty. Small and weighty and grabby and always sticky. Always sticky. I don't know why they're always sticky. But that's me. Yes, oh no, I don't worry, I'm on for a bit. At least for a bit. Yeah, no, I think I've never heard this many helicopters before. There's nothing directly overhead, but it sounds like a couple of blocks or so up something is going on. So, if I know. Well, I mean, are you over the age of 18? Firstly, is what I ask. I'm in the Long Beach area. A couple of miles up from the beach line, but still it's near PCH 1-ish. And just they're incessant with what do you call it? Sounded like at least a few cop cars, so not sure. But what I heard go overhead sounded like a helicopter, but it didn't sound like a helicopter, but not quite like a helicopter, if you know what I mean. No, I was asking V, who was asking for advice, making sure that they are over the age of 18 before I start handing out advice willy-nilly. Oh, no worries, you're fine. Everybody but the person who has asked the question for advice on their boyfriend and strengthening bonds. I myself in my mid-40s ever so lovingly. Pardon as I shuffle cards just a touch. Thank you, darling. Made them myself. What can I say? Yes, I think I can absolutely focus down. Honestly, I kind of want to see what a Friday the 13th read would be like. Yes, absolutely, darling. Yes, I made the fangs. Ta-da! So it's called thermoplastic or friendly plastic, and basically I hot fit and make fangs for my dentures, and I absolutely adore them. They really do help with the enunciation. Yes, I'm in my mid-40s. That is my natural villain era grey, my darling. Perfect, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Hello, darlings. Come on in, come on in. Why, thank you. Why, thank you, darling. Thank you. I do enjoy a good compliment, and honestly, I'm in such a good mood today. Really? Fangirling? Over what? Have you been such a good pet? This little bit of interaction that I'm giving you is just giving you butterflies. Yes, that's why I was thinking they didn't answer back after I asked, are you 18 plus? Oh, yes. Definitely fair enough, we can do that. Let me shuffle and get a couple of cards for you, my dear. Right, don't you absolutely adore when the villain era grey starts rolling in? It is so glorious. For the most part, most of my grey has kept its curl like the rest of my hair, so there is very good hope for it. Although you will notice your hair changes texture every now and again. Hello, darlings. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. Oh, you got a nice... Money is to be spent, and money is to be spent well. A woman of elegance, of means, in control. She's the person that financiers a lot of the fun things that go on and then sits there quietly in the background smiling. So yes, absolutely. Plus the Ace of Pentacles, and that's new wealth, a resurgence within oneself. Rebuilding, starting over, starting again. And when I say wealth, I don't even necessarily mean coin, but just like a refilling of one's spirit, of one's emotions, of one's energy. So let go, it does not need to be, and enjoy the party. It will definitely do your soul ever so well, my dear. Oh, yeah, Cancer can definitely, can change things, oddly enough. Hello, darling, how do you do? Yes, I myself, they removed the fun park. They left me with the water slide, but they removed the fun park. So many things I did not know what I would absolutely adore about not having to deal with that thing anymore. But yes, the changes did come on after that. Thank you, darling. I appreciate the compliment. Oh, thank you. Yes, for whatever reason, once I got my teeth removed and got dentures, I have found that I have the nicest elocution with fangs in, rather than either just denture plate or no fangs at all. No fun? Oh no, that means more fun. More fun. I don't have to accidentally worry about something coming to fruition that I do not wish to, especially not in my happy place. Goodness, no. Ugh. Hello, 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 darlings. Come on in. How do we do? Plus, not having to have gone through a cycle for the last nearly 10 years now. The amount of money that I have saved blew my mind. But just not ever having to go through that. Now, you do still get some cramps. You still do get the electric butthole slide every now and again. But the overall not having to go, oh, damn it, I will what? So much nicer. I watched a little bit of Bridgerton. I'm more of an action, adventure, horror kind of girly. So I absolutely, I adored the hair, the makeup, the wigs, the costuming of it all. But, there wasn't quite enough action to keep my brain fully engaged. So I'm just going, it's pretty, I need to watch somebody hit somebody. There we go. I adore it on some level. I truly do adore it on some level. It absolutely eats visually. Just overall, it's more of a drama, more of a genre that is not quite my cup of tea, as it were. Ring singer! Oh, Lord. Oh, right. The lightning bolt to the is not fair. Absolutely not fair. Tasing the electric starfish. Oh, yes. The gowns were, they were gorgeous. I could just die of it. I couldn't quite get into the drama. Like, Have you ever seen Dungeons and Dragons, the second one, the one that came out more recently with Michelle Rodriguez and I believe it's Chris Pines? Jonathan is all I could think every time they started talking. Jonathan! That part. Trying to act normal, especially if it hits you in the middle of the grocery store or while you're at work, just oh. Right. The costuming was absolutely stunning, but I was bored to tears. I forced myself through 2 episodes and my brain literally forgot what happened like a day later. And I'm just like, oh, that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign, and I cannot go back and watch that yet again. I couldn't. Oh, dressed for no reason, other than being in a battery, doing a bit of content creation and whatnot, and just, having some fun and being myself. Oh, the lashes. $1.25 shrub. Went there, makeup aisle. These are Ione, and these are the corner lashes. Absolutely adore them. I'm not necessarily super proficient with putting on eyelashes, so I didn't want to spend an exorbitant amount. So I happened to stumble over some of them at $1.25 store, and they are absolutely fantastic. I adore them. Right? Which is fine, see, if I'm going to do drama, it needs to be more like Legendary. The Black Ballroom dance show? I can do drama of that variety. But just regular drama, like, I know I'm probably going to be crucified for this, but, Pose is an absolutely amazing, seminal, pivotal, absolutely iconic, a staple for the queer community especially. There are performances on there that are just unmatched. The fact that they have so many trans people in their cast, oh my god, it makes my heart sing. It is not the show for me. I cannot deal with some of the damn drama. I'm just like, It just isn't. I just can't. I just absolutely cannot. But, then again, Legendary, I like that because it's a dance show, and yes, there is some drama, and there's some cattiness and whatnot, but, it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's at my speed. Tatiana, where do I know you from? How long have we known each other? Do we speak on a regular basis? Oh, yes, that's right, I was going to have coffee. Do we have more children trying to infiltrate? My dear mobs, if you can do as you do best. I wish not to deal with an influx of the young ones. No worries, no worries. I knew that I had a few mods in here already. Yes, but that was not what I had asked, my dear. Oh, thank you, darling. You already got it for me. That's what I thought. I'm like, interesting that I come upon your FYP. Walker Independence. Don't think I've had it. Currently I have Hulu. So I've got the Hulu Disney bundle. Oh, I've got to watch the new I gotta catch up on the MCU. I've got to catch up on the MCU. I was like, oh, I knew that I was supposed to be watching something. I'm also trying to binge watch a metric shit ton of anime. So I've gotten to season 2 of Spy Family. I'm trying to get into Bleach. I'm not sure that I can get into the Thousand Year War. Somebody who's watched Bleach Thousand Year War, can you tell me if it's worth getting into it? Because it's I think it's like 50 some odd episodes so far. Or at least it's decently long. I just want to know if I'm going to have to sit through like far too much Quincy bullshit. Because the Quincy's are so up their own buttholes. And I'm just like, please tell me that there are cool fights that are going to justify me showing up for what could possibly be another 400 episodes. You know what I mean? I think it's on HBO and Max. I think I might have a friend. I might be able to poke at that. See if it's in my genre. Your fiancé loves One Piece. My condolences. One Piece was just never for me. A, exceptionally long, so it's really hard to get caught up. But B, the animation is just... No, thank you. If I can't get past the animation, I can't get into a story. I wish I could. I have tried, and I just can't. What anime have I seen so far? That's almost a shorter list if I go the other way around. Let's put it to you this way. I've been watching anime since I was 18, and I was 18 when it was still the 90s. So I've been watching for a very long time. Now, I did have to take breaks here and there, but, like, I started out with Vampire Hunter D, Ghost in the Shell, I sat through Sailor Moon and hated every moment of it. I tried. I truly tried. My biggest issue with Sailor Moon as I was watching it was that, what's his name? Tuxedo Useless was a college student and too stupid to see that she was being groomed was a whole-ass fucking child. I'm fated for her. Ew, stop touching children. No. That and, Sailor Moon. Rose throw. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. She took care of shit. The fuck? Hated him. I'm like, if you're fated to be anything, you're fated to be the house husband who lays around looking somewhat cute, but not actually doing anything competently. Just, ugh, I could not. I absolutely could not with that one. Made me want to just into a frickin' wall. Right, and I don't know why, but I think I know why. I didn't start watching Sailor Moon until I was like 19, 20-ish years old. And I'm just going, you're a whole-ass college student. That is a whole-ass teenager, like high school student. And I thought about dating, like in my brain I was like, would I date a high schooler? No, I wouldn't. Okay, that's creepy. Okay, I'm right. That is creepy. Hey, how are you doing today, Big One? How are you doing? Hi, Jess. I'm hanging in there, doing quite well. The finery, the frippery, you know. Let's see, going to add a bit of... Talking about Sailor Moon and how I found it very... that Tuxedo Mask was dating a high schooler. I felt incredibly about it and never wanted to really get into the series after that. I'm gonna let you have your opinion, Bubble. I'm gonna let you have your opinion. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. They can be wrong, and that's okay. You don't always have to have the right one. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're wrong, but you're fine. It's okay. Thank you. Designed it, made it myself, made it so I could put it on and take it off. Same with the jacket. Fair. I could not get into One Piece. I tried so hard. I truly. Same with Naruto. Every time he screamed "Believe it," I wanted to throw the remote control at the TV screen. I couldn't. I hated him. Sakura was absolutely useless, and Captain Emo Sulky Boy in the background. I'm like, I never wanted to abandon children at a bus stop more than watching Naruto. Just couldn't do it for me. That part, B. That part. Same. And I mean, I did sit through all of Bleach, and I will absolutely admit there are at least 5 seasons of Bleach that could completely be cut out, and you would lose nothing as far as actual good plotline goes. They had a lot of filler. There could be an abridged version that would be roughly, I'm gonna say about maybe 200 episodes, and you would absolutely have a good, clean, well-paced, plot going there, and have a very good, salient anime. But just, Boruto, just even more so could not do. The day actually went quite well. Got some filming done for content making. Had a lovely go around getting dressed. There it goes. It's okay. It's okay that you cannot get into anime. Sometimes there are just genres that are not for you. Here's the funny thing. And don't ask. Yes, I am this kind of demented. I would like to be able to enjoy more, Oh, hello, darling. How do you do? I would love to be able to enjoy more adult anime. But I actually like ecchi anime. Trying to find and source it, though, I have such high standards for it. But I wish I could find the entire, both arcs of Queen's Blade. Because for as jiggly booby bounce women wearing armor that just breaks apart at the drop of a hat and still they kick so much ass, I absolutely adored them. So hard to get a hold of them, though. That was honestly because it was, yes, it had all the fun things that I love, but it also did have some heart, some soul, some really good characters, and some decent plot. So, yeah. Yes, I made the fangs, but they don't make me lisp. They actually give me better diction, better elocution. I'm able to enunciate better than if I actually have them out. So, for whatever reason, if I only wear my top denture plate and the fangs, I am the most easily understood. Hello, darlings. How are we doing? Come on in. Thank you. My goodness. We've got 11 and 11. I love it. I appreciate it. The makeup. It's overly simple. I basically did a good bit of moisturizer, hyaluronic acid, and then a touch of primer, which, let's see, where did I... Sophia and Mabel woke up looking like this. Really, really nice. I have absolutely enjoyed how well it's hung on to the color and where I put it. And so far it doesn't seem to have let too much extra shine through. So I'm absolutely loving it. Dragon Slayer. My Hero wasn't too bad. The fandom is a little icky at times, so yeah. I rarely wear foundation. I have such finicky pores that I rarely wear foundation. For the most part, I wear maybe a little bit of primer, mostly do some powders on top of that, and then yeah, for the most part, I do not wear makeup, concealer, anything like that because oh my goodness. And I mean, that's the other thing is when my skin does take damage, it hyperpigments and it keloid scarring puts a lot of melanin in one place. So trying to find a concealer that corrects, because these will fade down over time, finding a concealer that can correct this and blend into my skin is very difficult. Ever so very difficult. Thank you so much. But also, I have never given too much stock in, oh no, you have blemishes showing. Yes, and the French used to draw them on the face. It used to be all the rage in the aristocracy to put little blemish cover patches on your face when you had something going on, or draw on little extra moles and interestingness. So to me, I just see it as built-in beauty. Again, my skin color changes just a little too much for the concealers to be effective for very long with me, but there's nothing wrong with doing a full face. I adore and envy people who can do full face makeup and just have that perfect glacial porcelain just perfectness. I adore that. That takes skill and talent. I just don't have that particular skill and talent, and I'm okay with that. So I have them glued on to my denture. So basically a little bit of dental adhesive. You kind of lick it so it has moisture to activate it, and then you pop it on, and they stay pretty much in place. Right, it does take forever to get it prepped. No, for the most part, I only wear my top denture. My bottom denture, I've had a lot of remodeling of the bone since I had my teeth removed at the beginning of the year. Had a lot of remodeling of the bone, so it does not like to sit in any particular fashion, so I'm hoping as soon as I can get my feet under me, I can get about $2,000 together and ask to have just a professional, regular pair of dentures done first, because I want to see how this next year is going to go as far as everything. Good to have, a functional pair of dentures than none at all, as it were. So yes, draw me like one of your French girls. Oh, I have heard of skin tint. I don't think I've tried it yet, though. Interesting. I will act as if you're asking this in good faith. You probably are, but yes. So, I take the hot thermoplastic, about 9 to 12 pellets worth. Hot thermoplastic, roll it into a ball, and basically hot fit it and shape it with my fingers. And I like to make sure that it is shaped as if it is an actual tooth. That way, when I'm doing up close content making, especially when people are able to see something that looks like a tooth, a predator's tooth, instead of going, oh, it's all over the place. I'm like, no, shape it up nice and, whatnot. So yes, that is a denture plate, and then I hot fit the fangs onto that. So the fangs remove from the denture plate, and then my denture plate removes from my mouth. But I almost never wear, I don't think I've worn my bottom plate hardly ever, but I always wear my top plate, and sometimes I give it a little bit of rest every couple of days or so, but yeah. Oh, and then, sorry, for the person who was asking about makeup, I like to do anime blushing. So, corner temple, across the cheeks, across the bridge of the nose, and all the way. I like that kind of ruddy blushing. No, darling, I cannot. They are glued in place. I wish I could get one of those, the blushy tints that are in the little bottles you can just, like, put a tiny dot on and then the whole thing. Oh, those are gorgeous. Oh, I love those. I don't think I have the skill set quite yet for it, but absolutely. I've made a couple dozen corsets, I think, at this point. I usually pattern draft for myself, hence the reason they fit the way they do. And, you know, I absolutely adore them. They basically are a glorified back brace, and they really, really do help redistribute the weight so that I am not in nearly as much discomfort, because these are homegrown, and they are roughly triple D F range. Ooh, rare beauty. Can there be an action-adventure Bridgerton? I think I would do just fine right there. My darling, you are not reading the room very well, are you? I was wondering how much rope it would take before you hung yourself. Thank you, darling. So, that's what we would call soft fishing. A, suspect because there's no profile picture, and a very nondescript kind of name. But yeah, it only takes them a bare minimum of seconds to reveal themselves. So yeah. Oh, okay. If you can you DM me the name of that so I can have a little bit better of a chance of remembering it, please? Right. That part. I'm like, they're not even original, man. They're not even original when they ask that shit. That's what I find hilarious, is they're not even original at it. Like, if you're gonna start asking that, start throwing money at me. Start throwing money at it. You want to see? You want to see? Okay, I want to see some galaxies. I swear, the next time that happens, just let me set that price line. You'd think they would try something new. You'd think that they would be a little bit more creative, but nah. Darling. And here's the funny thing, is I'm a hedonist. I'm a person who absolutely adores sensual pleasures and oddities. I don't mind quink. I like things that are outside the norm and interesting in procurement. But the fact that they have absolutely no guile, no banter, no persuasive way with them, and at the very least you would think that they would offer compensation of some sort, but instead, no. Like, darling. Oh, $1.25 tree. $1.25 tree. Ione. Where is the... There it is. And then applied lash glue to the lash itself, and then applied lash glue to my eyeline, and gave it just a few to like start getting a little bit tacky, and then whoop, together. Worked an absolute treat. Thank you so much for the person who suggested that, by the way. Made my life so much easier. Sorry. No? I swear to God, yeah. Absolutely welcome, darling. Hello, everyone. Come on in. How are we doing tonight? Currently in the middle of Spy Family. Oh, that's right. I was like, why is Bleach still on my mind? Has anybody been watching the newest Bleach series, and how is it? I saw the fight between Unohana and Kenpachi. That is what it right now is compelling me to want to watch that. 'Cause, yeah. Yeah. Although I really wish they had gone more into the backstory of Unohana. She is one of my favorite side characters, and I knew that there was always so much more to her. So I wanted to know more. Also, Zaraki Kenpachi. Hello, and yeah. Zaraki Kenpachi is like the highest evolution of a meathead. Like, he's like the Mike Tyson of Bleach. He's made to fight. And so some of the fights that I've seen with Kenpachi, I'm like, oh, they did really good. This works. His plot armor is thicker than Batman with half the thinking. Hello, darlings. How do we do? Having a bit, oh, that is nice. Having a bit of, what is it, Viet coffee with a touch of cream and a bit of mesquite honey. Thank you. It's something akin to a 1700s colonial American accent. So, not quite England. Sort of just got here in the Americas kind of thing. Hello, how are we doing today, my darlings? Come on in, ask those questions. Ask politely. My mods apparently are quite quick on the draw today, and then I'm not going to stop them for the most part. But also we can have spirited discussions. You'll never get banned over your taste in anime. Okay, there might be one or two animes that you might get banned over. But other than that, it's okay to say things that are completely wrong, like One Piece is better than, you know, Bleach. Right? Never say never. Hi, Boo. How are you doing, my darling? I tried to get into, oh, what was it? Case Study of Vanitas. I made it through about 2 episodes of it and I just couldn't. Like, the protagonist was so annoying. I just could not, for the sake of me, stick with it. It looked like it was going to be so nice. It was definitely up my alley as far as costuming went, but I watched a bit of Hunter x Hunter, but I can't remember Hisoka. Yeah, when he became like a regular appearance, I had to dip, because I am incredibly sensitive about PDF files, and he put off all the alarm bells, so it made me incredibly uncomfortable to have to sit through any of that, and I was like, nope. Gotta dip. Beastars is interesting, but something about the animation. It feels very computer graphics rendered, and I don't know. It's not quite my art style, but it does have some very interesting social commentary. I've watched bits and pieces of it. I've seen some of the commentary about it. And it has a very interesting concept. It's very much like an adult version of Zootopia in a lot of ways, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that actually in a good way. It has more in-depth social commentary about how we perceive people, how socialization happens, and what we, expect thereof. Being outcast, feeling as if you do not fit, like, so much good stuff there. See, and the funny thing is, I'm okay with the gore. It's more of the drama that's in between that just, it doesn't quite hit the itch that I'm looking for, and I wish it did. I really wish it did. Chainsaw Man, for a while, was one of my favorite animes. It was very gripping, it was very gory, it definitely hit you in the pit of your gut. And then it came out that Denji was 16 years old. And I had to look back at all of the interactions that he had, especially with women, and nope. That, like, my brain just went, he's what it? Nope. Nobody, nope. Couldn't do it. And same thing. So when it comes to Jujutsu Kaisen, I do like Jujutsu Kaisen. I have some trouble sometimes with some of the fandom, because in Jujutsu Kaisen, Sukuna, the major antagonist, who's like 1,000-year-old wizard, Sukuna is very old, but he lives in the body of a 15-year-old high school student. The way certain parts of the fandom idolize and speak about Sukuna while showing Itadori, the 15-year-old, but in Sukuna form, as just, ooh, daddy, give me a hand necklace. No! and every time I see that, I cannot stop myself. I have to go, that's a 15-year-old. What? No, that's Sukuna. Yeah, Sukuna is the wizard. His soul is housed in a 15-year-old child. Act accordingly. Fuckers. But yeah. Are we talking Beastar, or are we talking the One Piece? Because I know One Piece has like a metric shit ton of arcs. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. I'm trying to think of some of the other good animes that I've enjoyed recently. Because I know I've seen some good ones. One Punch Man, honestly, that had some amazing character development, especially in the second season. I appreciated that. I know that there's something more recently that I've watched that I thought was really good, and I'm drawing a blank at the second, but yeah. Right? It's like, it's still coming out with episodes, right? Because, like, they hit 1,000 a while ago. So, and, like, there's got to be new stuff that's still coming out, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I'm like. I can never catch up. I can never catch up, because 1,000. I can't. Like, I have the same problem with Dragon Ball. And I do mean all of Dragon Ball. I have that exact same issue with Dragon Ball. It's all so goofy and takes too long to get to a point that I'm just like, I can't. I gotta get stronger. How about you be a parent You fathered a whole ass child. How about you staple your ass to the ground, be a parent for a couple of years so this poor child can at least blow his own nose and dress himself before you go, I gotta go disappear again. By the way, I'm gonna go ahead and, pass on to the other great beyond. It's like, my dude, what? No. Talk about making a freaking poor single mother out of that poor woman. She fucking... He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I'm sorry, but when it takes you 3 episodes to power up your Kamehameha, my dude, come on. And it honestly feels like they're just reusing the same sequence, the same, backgrounds, the same streaky, style, so that you don't actually have to draw a background. I'm just saying. Trying to think of what else I have watched lately. Beaufry. And I need to watch 2nd season. Beaufry is another one of the really good ones. Beaufry has the right amount of comedy and action with heartfelt drama in it. I absolutely adore Beaufry. Madoka Magica also really fucked me up, so... Yep. I couldn't. I tried for a couple of episodes. I truly should. And my ADHD tried to take me for a walk. It's like, yeah, we can go outside and exercise now if you want. And I'm like, wait, my ADHD says I want to exercise now? The fuck is wrong with... What? It's trying to get me out into the sunlight? That's how you know something's gone wrong. You like crime documentaries? I like documentaries on on alternative therapies in medicine that involve experimental substances. I find this wildly fascinating because I like psychology. So that, and I love seeing LGBTQ through history. So their impact on Hollywood, on Broadway, on vaudeville, things that they did to make themselves known and be brought forward and whatnot. Because I find it funny when people go, oh, trans is a new thing, no it's not, well they're just trying to do it now. No, one of the most famous and well lauded actors, actresses of the day, Christina Jorgensen, began their life as male, as a man, and did many things very well and successfully, got into acting, was well lauded as an actor, but then revealed, I'm a woman. I'm a woman, I'm a woman, and I'm going to make the presentation match. Went, got a corrective surgery, and came back to Hollywood, absolutely gorgeous as she should be, and went right back into acting, and she was very, very well received. So I'm just like, it's not something new. But yeah, I love seeing that kind of stuff because it combats erasure, which makes me ever so happy. Yeah. Down to the dregs with this one. Hello, my darlings. How are we this evening? Hopefully well, hopefully well. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh. Pardon, everything's doing the thing. Hello, darlings. Oh, has there been any new developments with Brianna Boston? Sorry, I didn't mean to completely go off topic and tangent, but I'm doing quite well, Brielle. How are you doing, my dear? Hello from Ohio. Jay Shea. If you've ever read the case study of Dahmer, yeah. Oh, good. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. People often say that. I find, well, I don't know. I have a psych degree, so I've done a lot of studying of those particular kind of. I find the case studies to be interesting. I think the documentaries more often lean towards omitting certain details that would actually make them far better. Too often for me, serial unaliver documentaries sensationalize and grandiose the unaliver and forget to add the human element of their victims. You don't have to drag every victim in and go, oh, look at the sensational thing that happened here. But, like, look at where things went wrong and look at how police, quite often, did not humanize quite a few of the victims. I love it when they point out where it went wrong. Like, truly went wrong. But, then again, overall, yes, they are. Yes. Right. Because here's the thing. Quite a few of the victims' families, especially for more modern serial unalivers, they're like, stop sensationalizing the unaliving of our family member. If you were actually going to do something of meaning, you would do something that actually humanized them, because they were the ones that were failed in these particular instances. Because quite often, law enforcement is absolutely incompetent, at least when it comes to poor people. When it comes to rich people, suddenly they can get so much quicker and faster results, and they're much more on the case. Oh God, who was it? Versace? There was a very, very famous fashion designer who was unalived at his house by a man named, I believe it was Andrew Cunanan. And they were on that. They pounced on that. But, yes, far too many times, you don't get much justice. Oh, hello, Polly. How do you do? It's only $5 per card. Most people go somewhere between one card, which is a very, very general, hey, here's how your day is going to be, to a 10 card, which is a very in-depth read, also known as a Celtic cross. So, if you're up to the blinks and lyre, there are many ways to pay, and as soon as I see that come through, we can sit and do a full reading for you, my dear. All just depends on how much of a read you want. Thank you so much, darling. Ooh, 13K. Yay! Ever so happy about that. What can I say? Friday the 13th. I do adore Friday the 13th, which we get 4 of those apparently per year on average. Get 4 Friday the 13th, basically once per quarter. Hello, hello. Thank you, darling. Handmade corset. Handmade jacket, handmade fangs. I'm a self-made vampire. Thank you so much. Several years of R&D. Several years of making corsets and getting them to fit correctly. Thank you, darling. I appreciate such a nice compliment. Yes, it does. Is that what it is? Because I always feel so much friskier on a Friday the 13th. I don't know what it is. That would explain it. The divine feminine. Fair enough. Honestly, if you look at the yearly calendar, I truly believe that we started off the calendar with 13 months and not 12. Because there are 13 lunar cycles per year. Mostly 13 lunar cycles. So it would make more sense. And then people started parsing out those 2 extra days here and there, and calendar gets changed around. Suddenly we only have 12 months. And you have Caesar Augustus come through. I'm not Caesar Augustus. Julius Caesar. He took a couple of extra days, and then Caesar Augustus took an extra day, and they got all mixed and mashed about. Not to mention the start of the new year. If you know anything about Latin, things like September, October, November, December, those are all Latin roots that are numbers. September is 7, October is 8, November 9, December 10. So we used to have a calendar that was slightly different. But no, this is what we've got stuck with. Just saying. Right? Right? And here's the other funny thing is, we actually have multiple calendars going on currently in this world. Not everybody is on the same calendar. There are certain places that have a different year, other places that have a slightly different month placement. So yeah, while we have, an overwhelming European majority on things, there are still sometimes calendars that are hanging on in the background, and they just do calculations, go, okay, it's this in the Julian calendar and this, or in modern calendar, but here's for our calendar, it's what we do. Oh, would you? Yes. If you go up to the Blinks and Lio, there are several different ways to pay, and just go through $5 per card, and however many cards you wish, by all means, feel free to have at. Usually between 1 and 10 is the average, to say the least. Oh, fair enough. One of these times I will get like a UPay or something put in there. I don't know why I don't think on that and do that more. If you want to, you can also do a gifty through here. If you go through the team, I get to see more of it. But basically, roughly 500 coin per card is what you would be paying out. Yes. Yes, and the differences in zodiac. Well, and here's another thing I didn't learn until much more recently. In the Chinese zodiac, because their zodiac goes by years, in the Chinese zodiac, it's not a 12-year cycle. It's a 60-year cycle. It's 12 years for each type of the animal represented. So, you'll have everything from, dragon, rat, dog, boar, all that kind of stuff. Each particular stamp of years coordinates to an element. So you can be a horse And then 12 years later, somebody else can be a horse. But like one horse is a water horse. The next horse is like the earth horse. The next one after that is, you know, fire, air, all that other stuff. So and metal is in there as well, because I happen to be part of the metal cycle. So yeah, it's wild. And yeah, each element affects you a little bit differently, but you still will share certain overrunning themes, as it were. I love it. I absolutely adore it. Oh, good. No, we talk about everything, and when I say please, by all means, banter, 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 it's because I love having these kind of conversations. Everything from the philosophical, the scientific, the esoteric, the metaphysical. I am a person who knows banter, and banters quite well, because I absolutely adore yapping on and on. Which, the first couple of times I heard somebody tell me that I was yapping, I was rather offended, but I've learned that the slang has more than one meaning to it, so, yes. Oh, and garden if you got it. By all means, make sure you have a bit of smoked salad if you wish. We eat, we drink, we are merry here, by all means. Also, for those who are wondering, lovely, interesting creature that I am, yes, I am pansexual, I am polyamorous, I'm in my mid-40s, I'm gender fluid. There's a lot to me, so any questions that you have, as long as you can pose them politely and at least somewhat civilly, by all means, feel free to ask them. I will answer them as best I can, and if ever I feel I am being led astray, don't worry, we have safeguards for it. Fair enough. So, for me in astrology, I am a Gemini. I tend to go with the more, Roman, Grecian pantheon. Now, I will also admit that my year sign for the Chinese zodiac actually does fit very, very well. Because I am a monkey. Gregarious, social, clever, at times a little bit batshit crazy. But all those kind of good things. Santa? So everybody else was hearing the jingle bells walking by, right? Not just me? And let's see, for me, I am a Gemini with a Scorpio rising Aries moon. Right? Yes, Venmo is okay, AshCap is okay, Throne also works, or Coffee if you must. All of those work. No! Thank you, darling. No, it was not a bed. It was not a bed at all. No, somebody was walking by with jingle bells on. Just if you put down card reading, that'll be perfectly fine, and as soon as I see what the amount is, that'll tell me how many cards to pull. Hi, darling. Oh. Stick around for a while. Decompress. It's okay to have feelings. Having somebody in the background sometimes helps you process a bit more, and if nothing else, it makes it so you don't feel quite so isolated. You're welcome, darling. Yes, absolutely. Come, you know us. It's community here. I might be a sharp-tongued, somewhat matriarch, but There are free places online like astrolabe.com. If you go in there and you put in all of your informations and whatnot, you don't have to use your actual name, but if you put all your informations in there, right, whatnot, it does tell you all of your placements for the most part. I think it tells you at least one or two of your nodes, and it will let you know a little bit about yourself. And then if you truly want to, it's like only $25, $30 for a very in-depth chart. Astro Seeks. Ooh, nice. Do you know, like, an approximation of when you were born? Like, if you know that you were somewhere, somewhat closer to 6 o'clock, but I can't remember if it was, like, 6:05 or, like, 5:30, if you can give an approximation. If not, you should be fine. Like, again, some are more also, like, if you only know AM or PM, go from there kind of thing, yeah. I don't think I've ever looked at my sidereal chart. Yes, it should be on your birth certificate. That's the only reason I know exactly when I was born, is yes, it should be on your birth certificate. I want to say that the place where you were born makes a little bit more of a difference, but yes, the closer you can get in time, the more accurate it can be. Did I just have one jump ship? Oh, no. No, it just didn't fold together. Fair, exactly, fair. So yeah, your rising, and I think your moon might be a little bit off, mostly because the moon is so close and it does have a very particular cycle around the planet. But yeah, your moon might be a little off, your rising might be a little off, but other than that, decently well. Ooh. Now, what does the sidereal chart follow? Which stars? Or is it stars at all? Right. Well, I think sometimes where the moon might end up lining up, because sometimes it lines up with certain other things. But then again, luckily it takes a few days to change, so it might only be slightly off or a slight lean in the chart versus, being, you are so far off. I might actually have to look that up afterwards. Sidereal chart. I love that. Fair. That part right there. Do I need food? I don't need more coffee, but do I need food? Give me half a moment, my darlings. Like both yes and food. Better than food. Eggnog. It's a free show. Shut up and love it. Ooh. Okay, too careful. I think I connect decently well to my big three. Because my big three are Gemini, Scorpio, and Aries. And honestly, that tracks. Shein has some lovely elastic style waist trainers that are absolutely adorable, and they're only like $15 and they work lovely. Poor demon. Sweet baby Jesus eggnog. Oh, it's the good stuff. Trader Joe's eggnog. Almost as good, and I know this sounds so weird, the Vaughn's brand, the old school Vaughn's brand of eggnog is my absolute favorite. But the Trader Joe eggnog is absolutely fantastic, and they tend to be a little bit heavier on the spice side, so I appreciate it. No, they're too soft. Hello, my darlings. How do we do? Yes, there we go. Right. Vaughn's eggnog was so good. Yeah, no. I figured as much. So far, my day's been going quite well. I just poured myself a bit of eggnog and having a good go at it. Right. I don't always love their food prices, but oh my goodness, their eggnog is so top tier. Oh, let's see. I did. Don't worry, we're going to keep mixing those in just a second. So if this is 3, 4, 3, and 4. Wow, it just gives me numbers. It doesn't even give me names. But it's the NYX Modern Dreamer palette that I have touched so many times, and I definitely need to wipe down because my fingerprints are all over it. But the NYX Modern Dreamer palette is what I usually use on my face, and I adore them. It's good. It's really good eggnog. I'd like it to be a little bit thicker, but then again, I always like something thick on my tongue, so what can I say? Yeah, no, same with the ice. So a nice kind of deep reddish with the gold in the middle. We all know I like it thick. Because, you know, it can be long and thin and slide straight down your throat, and then it's just gone like that. But when it's thick and just really rests on your tongue, it's just so much easier to savor. Hello, darling. Welcome back. Give me just a minute. I'm mixing this about for you, shortly. Shilabi. What? Who doesn't like something thick and creamy resting on their tongue? I mean, it is that time of year. Ooh, honestly, if it was a little bit warm, I might try warm eggnog again at some point very soon. What? Nothing. You walked into nothing. I was just drinking eggnog and enjoying its wonderful, creamy, velvety texture as it crossed my tongue and slid ever so effortlessly down into my throat, warming me with spices and sweet goodness. Your nog is egging, is it? You're on the edge of glory. Ooh, a little bit of thick chocolate to go with some eggnog. Ooh, best of both sides. A little bit of bitter, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of cream, a little bit of chocolate. Oh, now that would be a very lovely get-together. I'm sure I could find several bars of chocolate to nibble on. What? So, we are looking at the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. They wanted to come out a little on the wonky side, so I think they're still playing off of each other, still a bit in transition to each other. The Queen of Cups is opportunities, new and fun places to be, things to do, art, music, projects, things that you actually want to manifest into your life. The Queen of Pentacles, on the other hand, she can be helpful or hindrance depending on, because sometimes when you want to get your dreams started, you need some finances to go with. It feels like they are in contention with each other instead of playing nicely with each other right now. There is a way to correct it, but you're going to have to justify your Queen of Cups dreams to the Queen of Pentacles, which means you're going to need a plan. So if you feel like you're kind of running headlong into a bit of a block, step back, do some planning, and then represent the idea. Once there's a bit better of a plan, the Queen of Pentacles tends to loosen the purse strings just a little bit more easily. But yes, she wants to know that you're going in with a plan and not just half-cocked or full-nogged. Thank you, darling. Ooh, marshmallows with chocolate already in them. Where do we get these chocolate-injected marshmallows? If you go up to the links in my... By the way, thank you so much for the likes, the love, shares. I really appreciate that. If you go up to the links in Lio, you will find several ways to pay, and it's only $5 per card, so do feel free to do that. And the moment it comes through, I will pull those cards live for you, my darlings. Walmart, Target. Oh. Okay. Good. Oh, good. I'm glad that it makes sense and resonates with you. And we're lucky it's not the Shadowscape ones out tonight, because they're vicious. Lovingly so, but they will read you for absolute filth. Ooh, big nog. Oh my. Oh yes, we do have Ralph's. We have Ralph's, Stater Brothers, Vaughn's, Pavilions, Gleason's, John's occasionally, H-Mart. H-Mart didn't have the eggnog. I really wish they had. Oh good. I'm ever so grateful of that then. Really, you only have one Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is almost the main staple here, but you will never catch me inside a Whole Foods. I can't. The pretension of it all, I just can't. Right. No, what really tripped me out was walking into a Pavilions, because Pavilions is in the same parent company as Vaughn's. Pavilions is just like an elevated version of Vaughn's, and then there's Gleason's, and Gleason's is a super elevated version of Vaughn's / Pavilions. So it's wild. It's like Inception. It's like nicer. Holy shit, this is really nice. Ugh. If I had somebody who was paying all my bills, trust me, I'd drag them to Whole Foods and make them buy me several pounds worth of many fancy cheeses. It's that part. We have the most organic hand milk, almond milk, oat milk, milk. You're like, what the fuck is it? Honey, are you okay? I'm gonna blink twice now because I want the fuck out of here. Like, oh Lord. Poor thing, I'll put you under my coat and we'll slowly sneak you out of here. Swear to God, they're probably back there, just some poor associate just milking oats, milking almonds. We got it from the most organic source. And like, really? Really? Did you? Okay. That pot costs so much. Sprouts is lovely. And I also like Winco because it's owned by its associates. Trip to a party store where you can get all the things. I love it when you can get all the things in one trip. That's never concerning. Ooh, blueberry goat's cheese. Oh my god. Trader Joe's. Cranberry goat cheese. They also have a blueberry goat cheese, which is fantastic. Cranberry goat cheese. I cannot wait to try this. Also, their dill goat cheese is fantastic, and their honey goat cheese is fantastic. Oh yeah, no, it can definitely be pricey, but you always come out with something good. Oh, so that's what you call them up there? You don't call them liquor stores, you call them party stores? Oh my god, I've got to go into one of those one of these days. Well, let's see. Right now I've got some really nice like white toast that I tend to make into like a toast point. But I've been looking for like a good buttery like biscuit. A saltine is too salty, and it clashes with the tanginess of a good goat cheese. But like a nice buttered biscuit or a nice club biscuit, like something more Ritz-like, that has the perfect texture and it complements. Oh yes, and a little bit of like a strawberry jam or strawberry jelly to go with the goat cheese tops it off perfectly because it gives it that little bit of sweetness that balances everything out. I adore it. I like the blueberry more, but both of them are really, really, really good. I love a good cheese store. If you ever go to the LA Farmers Market, yeah, LA Farmers Market, there is a place called Monsieur Marcel, and they have a cheese counter. It's basically a luxury goods fancy store for like imported beers and wines and candies and spreads and whatnot, and their cheese counter is fantastic. They have French recettes, they have tête de moine, they have different types of goat cheese, hard cheeses, soft cheeses, brie as far as the eye can see. It's gorgeous. Fair. No, well, I love blueberries. I absolutely adore blueberries, so I'm a little bit biased. Oh yes. Which yeah, I think I want to say like the fancy fruit on cheese kind of thing is much more a metropolitan area. But yeah, like Wisconsin has a really, really solid cheese industry, and they do their savory flavors really, really well. Really, really, really well. Absolutely adore them. Right. And here's the whole thing. If you want to get my attention and you want to woo me, you don't always have to buy me fine jewelry or give me large stacks of money, though I very much encourage that. Just saying. Take me someplace that they've got nice, fancy foods, good, fancy cheeses, some really nice cured meats. Oh, absolutely. Oh, you're a Youper. Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I have some friends in Wisconsin. I also have some friends from Michigan, and I know a little bit about Youpers, and they all seem to be absolutely wonderful people, so heck yeah. Food. Woo! Exactly. Like, woo me with food, honestly. Well, of course it's free. Honey, you're right under Canada's butt. You're a stone's throw away from the Arctic Circle. Of course it's freezing. Still, you make some damn fine cheese. And of course, I mean, honestly, I kind of enjoy the build of those northern Midwestern types. I like a bit of extra fluff, because me personally, I like building a little nest in bed, getting in and getting toasty, and it's always nice to have a bit of company. Oh, snow. Again, Southern California. Born, bred, raised, entire life. Southern California. I like the concept of snow. I like watching snow on the mountaintops. Other people want to strap themselves to a popsicle stick and fling themselves down a hillside, which makes no damn sense to my ass. I like the concept of cold and ice and winter and snow, because, you know, I've seen so many damn Hallmark movies, but you put me into actual snow situation? Have you ever seen like those videos of like a dog who has like the snow boots, the little booties on with a little snow jacket, and they're just... Yeah, that would be me. That would be me. That would be me. That would just me going, oh no, oh no. We're going back inside, Martha. We're going back inside now. Oh, born and raised in San Diego. Texas, Washington, and Georgia. Damn. You've been all over. You went from the coldest to the warmest to the coldest. My goodness. El Cajon. Hell yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know where you were talking about. That is fucking awesome. But damn, you ended up in super cold. Super cold. Wait, SD as in South Dakota or SD as in San Diego? Because I see SD, I always think San Diego, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's right, South Dakota is a whole ass state. I'm not sure why we continue to allow that. I kid. Yes! Oh, no way. Oh, wait, yeah. Because sometimes when I say SoCal, people think I'm talking about Carolina, South Carolina. And it's like, no, Southern California. They're like, oh. That's why I ended up, like, kind of switching my verbiage at times to being SoCali. Because I'm not that valley that I'm like, oh my god, it's SoCali. It's SoCal. Okay, it's SoCal. And SoCal means Southern California. Thank you very much. But I have to respect that other people come from other parts of the... Well, and then, if you know California well enough, there's also SD, which stands for not San Diego, San Dimas. Which... Bill and Ted. I love Bill and Ted, but that is not San Dimas. That is not San Dimas. The place that they were showing is not San Dimas. Like, anybody who's ever been to San Dimas is going, that's not San Dimas. How are they calling that San Dimas? Especially since they show, I think, City Hall and the police station. And it's like, how many people do you think showed up to San Dimas police station and town hall and were like, oh my god, we're gonna get to see the place, the hell happened here? And it's like, they were filmed in a different town. It wasn't. They lied.
Well, because I grew up near enough to San Dimas to actually know the area decently well, and then I also drove as a DoorDash driver for a few years in that area, so I'm just like, every time I bet somebody comes here and just wants to curse that shit out, because they keep bringing up San Dimas in, like, each of their movies, and I'm just like, y'all have continued your lie on for 30 some odd years. These poor people showing up hoping to see this really cool place that has always been talked about in these movies, and disappointment. Nothing but disappointment. So yeah, I find it hilarious. Hello, 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 my darlings. Right, like, it's the misdirection of it all. I have to laugh at the misdirection of it all. How's everybody doing tonight? Ooh, give me a little moment. I'm gonna take a quick bio break. I will be right back. I would suggest getting up, taking a stretch, getting a little something to nibble on, or a little bit of something to drink. Putting the coat back on because it's freaking cold in here. Ugh. Woo, laying down. Hello, darlings. Welcome back, welcome back. I swear that I had something right in front of me. Oh, there it is. Look at the dress. I will never be an undue influence. Hello, darlings. Yes, just needed a tiny touch of smoked salad. Makes the everything quite nice. Hello, darlings. What shall we talk about? I'm sure my philosophical... It's too early for me not to know words. I'm sure my philosophical mind will poke over at any particular point in time. Hello, hello. How are we doing? I believe that is a hybrid style salad as well. I like those. I can be very, very functional with those and yet still get the benefits of calming down. I had some tagliatelle with a nice curry sauce, added a bit of mushroom and onion. I'll probably have some Korean rice cakes a little bit later on. I think I'm going to go through my refrigerator and toss out anything that I'm actually not going to eat. I hate making food and then wasting it because my brain goes, okay, I had enough of this, I don't want to have any more of this. And it's like, but I made a good amount of it, we've still got more. And it's like, Yeah, and if you try and put that flavor in my mouth, I will reject it outright. And it's like, well, son of a bitch. Right. Korean rice cakes are freaking awesome. Ooh, frozen lasagna. Dude, those tray lasagnas, oh, those are peak, man. Sometimes I can do leftovers. Sometimes, like, the leftovers become my, like, safe food for a couple of days. And that's what I thought was going to happen with the festival day leftovers that I had. I'm like, oh, cool, yeah. And I don't know what it was, but somewhere between the texture of instant mashed potato and the whole wheat bread that I used for the stuffing, something in there is not quite right texture-wise the second go around. And so I'm just like, the flavor is there, but the texture is no. Hello, how you doing, darling? Ooh, bad chili franks. Oh, had chili franks. Okay, that's a little bit different. Right, that part. I have to put all of my food either in the drawer, or no, I'm sorry, in the door, or like out on the shelves, because if I put it in one of the closable shelves, I will forget. If I'm going to put anything in there, I put the cheeses in there, because I know that I will hunt down cheese like a truffle pig. I just do. But yeah, just ooh. Have to put it out there. But even when it's out there, my brain's just going, I'm like, well, what do you want to eat? And it's like, I'm liking the rice cakes. The rice cakes seem to be like safe food texture right now. But festive food, not so much. Festive food, definitely not so much. So, because I was like, oh, I'll make extras. And nope. Oh, just came back from a friend's birthday party. Yay. Every time, yeah, the power of cheese. The power of Gouda compels you. It's Gouda. Provolone, Tetum 1, double brie, cream cheese. I love that you got your new cards today. I always love sitting with a new set of cards. It's so much fun. It's so lovely. You get to kind of, decompress and get to know a new friend. Again, I still want to try Limburger. I tried Stilton. Stilton was okay. I still want to try a Limburger cheese. I know it's going to stink to high heaven, but I want to try it at least once, because I've heard the flavor is deceptively different from the smell. Ooh. Tell me this hasn't been such a lovely day. Tell me this hasn't been such an incredibly lovely day. Friggin', this has been a good Friday the 13th. It honestly has. I mean, if your cards like sun, sit like in a sunny area and kind of reintroduce yourself. If your cards like more nighttime, do that. Certain cards of mine will stick around for a very long time, but not warm up to me for years. But they do seem to house well with my other cards. Sometimes, just like, especially recently, like the Shadowscape and the Steampunk cards have really wanted to come forward. Occasionally, my Mucha or my Klimt will want to do their thing. My Lover's Path is a really... It waits for just the right people. Just the right people will gravitate to those cards. But they rarely want to come out. And right now my Shadowscape are playing a little game of hide and seek with me, so, always fun. But yeah, just take your time getting to know them. Usually a bit of, if you can do like a little bit of incense. Basically, set the mood. A little incense, a white candle, you know, just chill out with them for a bit and get to know their personality again. Right? I love those cards, but they are very large. Well, I have a broad palm but short fingers, so these little murder mittens have a little bit more trouble shuffling them. But yeah, like they're weirdly cold when they don't want to play, but when the right person comes along, they feel very warm. So they're very interesting cards. I'd love to get more card sets, honestly, but I'm like, I want to wait till I have, you know, a place that I'm going to set down roots for at least a couple of years in, and just build from there. Because here, let me, not to shame my card. I swear to God, I am not shaming the card. Oh yeah, absolutely. I used to not have as good of a rapport with the steampunk and with the Mucha deck. Like, each one slowly changes over time. Shadowscape took a really good amount of chunk of time before I even truly got the impulse to pick it up. Like, I read them a few times. I was like, okay. I got much more comfortable with them here on this live stream. So apparently they like to be read live. They did not like being just played with, as it were. But yeah, so this is the Lover's deck. Notice how broad that is. And then that's almost like a full extra inch. So they are a little bit more, and the paper's a bit heavier. Paper's a little bit heavier, a little bit more earth to it. So yeah, harder to get it to bend and slide the way I am most comfortably with shuffling. Oh, Hades and Persephone. I usually come up as the Empress card, but for like Lover's Path, I don't know. There hasn't been a card that I have like fully gravitated towards. Yeah, there hasn't been one here that I've like gravitated towards. But yeah, you know, sometimes it happens. Psyche and Eros. Oh, that is a wonderful story. Heart-wrenching, but also fantastic. Don't worry, I'll put you down. But yeah. I'm trying to think of like some of the other decks that I've had. I had to get rid of my Thoth deck. That damn thing kept screaming and heralding the end. It was such a negative deck for me. I literally just threw away an entire tarot deck. But it was the kind of tarot deck that was like mass market. And have you ever gotten a tarot deck that had no life to it? It just felt like paper. Had to just literally get rid of the whole deck. There was no heart to it, no life to it, no soul to it. And it just felt like shuffling paper stock. don't know how else to explain it. I love these. These always have such a nice feel. Happy and upbeat. Yes, yes. Usually, I get two types of people who gravitate towards them. I either get the rather kind of the hippy dippy crunchy granola types, usually a slightly older woman, and they're like in like her 50s, 60s, because you know, I'm a rebel, man. I'm a rebel. Sure you are, Grandma. Sure you are. Or I get the ones that are like, oh no, it's fine. You know, I guess I can get a love reading. You know, I just need to know the truth. And it's like, oh girl, he cheated on you. He cheated on you so hard. He cheated on you so fucking hard. And I know that's probably what I'm going to be reading. Damn it. Just, I've had some happy reads off of the Lover's Paths, but also like, some of those reads, I could have read them without having to pull a single card. It's like, oh, you're about to get your feelings hurt, but you need it. So, the more boisterous people tend to gravitate towards my steampunk. The ones who like to get a little bit messy, the ones who like the tea, they tend to gravitate towards my Shadowscape, and they get read for filth every time, and I love it. I adore it so fucking much. My Klimt deck is still a little bit shy, so I haven't found a particular type that gravitates necessarily towards Klimt. Mucha tends to gravitate towards people who are like very uninitiated in getting their cards read. Mucha likes to break them in. And they're pretty good at it too. But yeah. Right? Dude, oof. Last time I tried to handle a Thoth deck, I felt so gross afterwards. Just ew. I think the only thing that went worse than the Thoth deck was Vampire deck. The Vampire deck was awful. Like, it literally screeched. It was the most uncomfortable thing to hold in your hand. It was... Oh, I did not like it. I did not like it at all. And all I could think is, wow, you must have some of the most... like emo fan clubs. Really? I am trying to remember. The artwork was not super up my alley. It was a little bit more somebody's trying to be Picasso in his more realistic era. Like heavy on the brush strokes, always in medieval styled clothing. Trying to be like, you know, them. Oh, always emo, you know, and always like super pale skin, like white skin practically. I could not pick that deck up. Every time I held those cards, it was just, and I remember it had a black border, a lot of like reddish colored backgrounds. If I saw it, I'd be like, oh, that's the one, but I had to get rid of them. I had to gift them so long ago. I'm like, I can't even throw these out. I just gotta gift these to somebody else who maybe resonates with them. They just were not the cards for me, so it happens. Oh yeah. Oh goodness, it's past 9:30. I should head off, but I will go ahead and unhinder myself from this corset first. Yeah. It was a decently popular deck, and for some people it was just fine. Just for me, I had a bad resonance with it. Yeah, no worries, no worries. It'll take me a few minutes to take this off. As with anything that, like changes you being words, as with anything, it changes your blood pressure or constriction and whatnot. Slowly take it off. Don't pull yourself out of it super quick, because your pressure does have to adjust itself. Actually, I'm going to take my quick vitals. Hello. Oh yeah, no, we're good. 98% sat, 88 heart rate, mildly elevated because I'm in this and I'm now taking it off. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then I can do this, and it loosens up, and instead of having to fully restring it every time, already got the first couple on there and ready to go. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I'm actually going to try and be on this weekend, so I will have my cards with me. We can talk and chat more. I'm going to try and get one other corset altered so that I can actually wear it correctly and, do stuff from there. But yeah, right. So, thank you everybody so much for showing up. I will see you later on. Goodbye!